Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well. From wherever you're watching this channel, I'd like us to head over to Uganda, Tororo. Now, in Uganda, Ruto and Museveni met for the first time. Ever since Museveni threatened Kenya over the issue of Indian Ocean. Now, this meeting was a development-oriented meeting. But if you look at the way Museveni was moving around and the security around Museveni and William Ruto, then they realized that there was something. Now, that issue of security, we are going to address it towards the end of this analysis. But first and foremost, I want to take you to this issue of Devki Group. So Devki Steel Mills launched a new factory in Uganda, Tororo. And in that gathering, Kenya's President William Ruto and Paul Kagame were also expected to join Ruto and Museveni in gracing the occasion. Now, three presidents coming together for the launch, this must be a very serious investment. Now, we are told that the Kenyan-based company, one of the region's most prolific steel manufacturers, seeks to tap the 500 million tons of iron ore deposits available in Uganda to make steel that will power the region's industrialization drive. Now, Devki Group Chairman Dr. Narendra Raval says the 1 million ton steel the plant will produce annually is more than adequate for the region. Construction of the factory will be completed in 2 years. He says with the first steel batch expected to roll out of the facility by the end of 2027. Dr. Raval added that this project will employ 15,000 people directly in iron ore, mining and transportation, as well as in steel manufacture. So to cut this long story short is that Devki steel mills are investing in Tanzania to tap into the multi-million tons of iron ore deposits. Now, for those of you who've been following Museveni's politics, there's a time when Museveni was in Kenya, he delivered a statement and talked about the iron ore in Uganda, and that he discouraged any person who would like to import the raw material to their country. So he wanted anyone who wanted to tap into their raw material should first set up a factory in Uganda. So I think what the Devki Group have done, they decided to just respond to Museveni by agreeing to set up a factory in Uganda. So that's what's happening.
His Excellency Ruto, I forgave him and gave him some little iron ore for I think 2 or 3 years. I told him, His Excellency Ruto's man, Muhindi wa hapa Kenya, you come and build the steel factory in Uganda at the iron ore. Oh, I've already built in Mombasa. So I said, okay, because of my young friend, I give you some iron ore for 2 or 3 years. But come and put the factory here. Now you can imagine akili ya watu wenu, my civil servants. An Indian wanted to take that iron ore to India.
For those of you checking how security issues were handled there, you want to wonder whether these people trust each other. There's an issue of trust there. I don't think the Museveni trusts Ruto sana. Even Ruto does not trust Museveni. Even same to Paul Kagame and the two, and the duo. There is no trust there. That's why you're looking at the security the way it is there. But this is going to be one of Museveni's campaign agenda. Museveni will say, my last term, in this final term, I'm creating 15,000 jobs for Uganda people. But I never expected that Samia Suluhu would miss in this launch. But I think we are going to find out why she was not part and parcel of the people there. Is it that they are trying to sideline her? What is happening here? Or is it that the issue of the presidency, but it's a big challenge? I mean, there has to be something. But we're going to dig deep into this story and find out why she was not part and parcel of the invited people. Museveni issued his position on this issue of iron ore. And looks like this is what Museveni wanted, that if you need my iron ore, then you must set up a factory in our country. And probably Devki Group chairman, is a friend of William Ruto. Probably we can relate this to what Museveni told us previously, that there was a Muhindi who wanted to take iron ore and then take it to India. Those kind of stories. We remember when Museveni was in Kenya, he delivered that statement. So this, to me, sounds like Museveni has won the battle in this issue of iron ore, because he promised he cannot give someone a raw material, but that person must set up a factory in Uganda. So I think what we are seeing is Devki Group responding to Museveni's demand positively. Now, what do you think about this whole issue? Museveni and Ruto in Uganda, they are meeting, but Samia Suluhu is not there. Because we would have expected that things doing with the Jumuiya East Africa, Samia would have been the first person there. Samia, Ruto, Museveni. Then the Paul Kagame to come. Probably maybe any other president. But Samia Suluhu would have been part and parcel of the invited guest. But she was not invited. If you see any video of her in that attendance, based on what we have here, then it means she shall have get crushed. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this latest meeting between Ruto and Museveni? This is coming days after Museveni threatened Kenya about invasion of Indian Ocean. That's what we saw, ladies and gentlemen. So perhaps if you watch this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.